Hey, it's Bree, and this is my AeroGarden. Today I've come here to repot it because it's growing out of control completely, way more than I need, and the Thai basil is going to seed. So I decided to repot it so that I can use the AeroGarden for salad greens, lettuce, and all that. So I'm here to take you on the journey of repotting it today. And if you love these type of videos, repotting plants and all that, stick around, like, subscribe, and here we go. Hi, so I moved to the ground so that I could have more space. My AeroGarden is completely empty because these things suck all of the water out of it in a matter of 3 days, because I just refilled this 3 days ago. So I have some pots, some potting soil I got from Target. It's not the best potting soil, but the only organic one they had at the time. I try to use organics as much as I can. Anyway, so I'm gonna get started. So first I'm going to put, First I'm going to put potting soil in the bottom of one of these pots. Okay, nearly to the top. Yes, I know I'm doing it on the ground. It's going to be messy, but I will clean it up. So first, I don't know if you could tell, but my dill is hanging over. It's probably the one that grows the fastest out of all of them. And this stalk is getting huge. And I have a click and grow system right next to it, and it was completely shading all of the tomatoes I have in there. So if I can get a close-up on what I'm about to do. So the roots, there's going to be a lot of roots for this one because it's so huge. So I carefully shake out all of the roots I can. And I have trimmed this one recently, so that's why there's a bunch of roots with that. I trimmed it so that it could continue growing and would not get tangled up in the filter system. So now I'm going to pot it in here. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So first I'm going to carefully try to maneuver this out of the AeroGarden capsule or the pod. Some of the roots are going to get damaged, but I'm trying to do minimal root damage here. Okay, there it goes. I did break a lot of roots in that process, but hopefully we'll still be able to salvage this. Okay, and then you make an indent in the soil. Just place some a little deeper. And just fill the soil in around it. Maybe add a little bit more soil on top. As you can see, it grew so tall that it touched the light and damaged the leaves. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to repot one more, and then I'm going to repot the rest of them and then show you the finished product and then replant the AeroGarden with lettuce seeds. So this is my Thai basil. As you can see, it's gone to seed, but I'm going to take it out, trim it, and replant it. So again, very careful with the roots. This one has a lot more roots because it grows. I think this one may be the fastest grower. Yes. Look at those roots. Another clip of it going to seed. Alright, so I think this one I'm going to try and trim the roots first. I'm trying to go along where these are in the pods. So let's see if this one comes out easier. It's still a lot of root damage, but honestly better than I thought it would be, because there was tons of roots for that one. Okay, now I'm gonna put the dirt in. Throw it out there. Make a hole just like last time. Plant it. Put more dirt around it. All right, now we're done. I'm just gonna trim it really quick. You can see all the seed. I'm just going to trim off the tops. It's everywhere. Oh, no, right here. Okay, now that looks like it's everywhere where it was going to seed. I'm just gonna trim it back a little bit more so it looks nice. And so I can harvest a little bit. Also, now I have a beautiful Thai basil plant repotted into soil with all this. Okay, now I'm going to repot the rest of them and then show you the finished products. Okay, we're outside on my patio. I just wanted to show you guys the finished product. This is the Thai basil. I'll pot it up. The parsley, the dill, the Genovese basil. By the way, look at these absolutely humongous leaves. Also got a little burnt from the light. And then the mint. I decided to pot the mint in this bigger, longer pot because mint spreads out really fast. In case you guys are wondering, garden too, container garden. Yeah, that's how it turned out. Okay, now I have an empty AeroGarden, and I just wanted to show how much stuff I got from just replanting them and trimming them down. Either way, I don't have like the AeroGarden brand lettuce seeds, but I have this like Grow Anything from AeroGarden that I'm going to plant these lettuce seeds in. It's lettuce salad bowl and lettuce all season romaine blend. So I'm gonna do that. By the way, I did leave the thyme because as you can see, it's very small and it doesn't have very many roots at all, just that one little tiny root growing out the bottom of it. So hopefully the lettuce doesn't get in the way of that. Let me just open this really quick. Okay, now that I have it open, I'm going to show what's inside. All it is 9 of these grow baskets with these stick-on labels, so you can label them however you want, and then 9 grow sponges, and then 9 grow domes, and the liquid plant food, plus the instructions. As you can see, I can only have a 6-pod AeroGarden container, so I will not need all 9 of these, so I can reuse them for next time. Plus, I still have the time right there. Okay, so first it says to label, so I'm gonna do that really quick. I have, like I said again, salad bowl lettuce and all season romaine blend, both Burpee brand. So I'm gonna write those. I'm going to most likely do 3 salad bowls and 2 all season romaine. So scratch that. I'm going to leave 1 space blank and do 2 of each. 2 all season, 2 salad bowl. I'm just going to use one of the previous empty containers to use as a spacer so that there's no fungus or any kind of problems later on. So now I'm just going to put the labels on these. In case they fall off. step 2. Step 3 says to insert the seeds into the grow sponge. And now that all of these baskets are labeled, the third step says to insert the seeds. And to do that, you have to insert the seeds into the grow sponge. It says using fingertips or tweezers, and then plant several seeds per grow sponge. For large seeds, cut opening a ½ inch deep with scissors. See photo and insert 1 to 2 seeds. Okay, well, probably going to do about 2 seeds per grow basket, even though these seeds are pretty small. I don't want to have to do too much thinning, but I want to make sure that there's good germination rates. Okay, first I'm going to do the salad bowl one. Looks like this. So I've never actually grown lettuce before. I've grown lots of other things, but this is my first time growing lettuce, and I'm doing it inside in the AeroGarden because it's the beginning of spring and it's a cold weather crop. So I'm just take a few seeds, grow sponge. You see it has the little opening already for it. And I'm gonna take a little pinch, put it in there. Put the remaining seeds back in the bag. And then it says to insert the sponge into the basket. And then you're done. And you just place it into the AeroGarden. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do that process 3 more times. Salad bowl again. Grow sponge. Pinch the seeds. Put them in there. Okay, now I'm going to do the all-season romaine blend. So these seeds are different colors. So what I'm gonna try to do is grab maybe 1 or 2 of each color so that I can make sure I have the variety, and maybe leave 1 of each seed in each of the little sponges. It can be difficult when they're really tiny. again, in the basket, into the AeroGarden. Sorry if I'm not all the way in frame. This is usually not the ideal setup, but since my AeroGarden is going to be downstairs on this table, I wanted to do it right here on this table so I don't have to move it too much, and I can show you how to, when I plug it on, or plug it in. So the next step is move all this stuff out of the way. And I got a pitcher full of filtered water here that I'm going to fill up to the fill line, and I will show you what the fill line looks like. This is the fill line. I'm going to take my water, fill it up to here before I turn it on. And it does take a lot more water than you would think. Wow, that was perfect. Okay, that whole pitcher of water went into this AeroGarden. So yeah, it takes a lot more water than you would think. And now I'm going to put on these grow domes. But obviously only on the 4 that need the germination. And you leave these on until they germinate and reach the top of these little grow domes. Okay, and now I'm just going to, I already had some liquid plant food that I've been using for the herbs, and I still have plenty left, so I'm not going to open the other one yet. So I'm just going to put 2 capfuls, I believe, in here. Yes, for 6 to 7 pods, which I have a 6 pod, but I only have 5 growing, but it doesn't give an option for 5, so I'm going to use the 6 one that I've been using. 2 capfuls at startup and every 2 weeks. And it will tell you every 2 weeks. This add plant food button or light will blink, and this will blink every time you need water. This just stays on. This is the light. So I'm gonna flip it around and add the plant food. Okay, hopefully you can see. I'm just going to add the plant food, again, 2 capfuls. It's very easy, very clear instructions. I highly recommend the AeroGarden. I've been loving it, using plenty of herbs. Obviously haven't been able to keep up with how many herbs have been growing because this thing makes it grow very fast. Either way, let's put the back on. And I already had it plugged into the wall, but I unplugged it from the AeroGarden so that I could show you what it looks like as soon as you plug it in. It just plugs into the back here. Very easy. And it plugs on and starts running. I'm going to show you what it looks like running. If you can see that little fountain there, there's water coming out of it. As soon as I turned it on, the water started running out of it. And this, I just lifted up because it's the spacer. So mint's not actually in there, but no, this is what it looks like. That's not actually blinking in real life. It just looks like it on video, but yeah. 2 caps of the plant food. Leave these on until it reaches the top. And that's it, pretty easy. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you want to see more plant-related videos and the progress of the AeroGarden, then hit that like, subscribe, follow on this journey. And if you're a crazy plant person too, stick around. See ya.